Hey everyone, First Order here, and in this video we're going to talk about the best strategies for Galactic Assault on Kashyyyk. So let's get started. Now, I'll be breaking down each phase for the Republic side and the Separatist side, what to do in order to win for both sides. Anyway, let's start out with the Separatists first, considering they are the ones that are attacking. You are going to spawn immediately as an assault class for the battle droid. Activate your Vanguard ability and just rush the left side of the beach. This is where you have the most cover in order to kill clone troopers, and the reason you're activating the Vanguard immediately is because then you can get a speed boost and be faster and get there first. The reason you're activating Vanguard and rushing the left side of the beach is because, one, if you're killing clone troopers with Vanguard, it's going to be very close quarters, and the left side of the beach has a lot of cover for you to be protected by. And right when you reach 400 credits, kill yourself. You're going to want to spawn in the MTT. The MTT had a major, and I mean major, buff since the beta. It is overpowered. So DICE is most likely going to nerf this thing in the near future, so if I were you, I would definitely jump on the bandwagon of the MTT as fast as possible. I've gotten 12,000 battle points just in one life using the MTT. It is that good, believe me. I would say in the MTT as long as possible. Do not get out. Only get out when you're forced to. The MTT should last you probably halfway through phase 1 or at least 3/4 through phase 1. And right when you do that, you should have an absolute crap ton of credits. You should have enough to buy a Boba Fett 8,000 credits hero. I know it's tempting, but do not buy a hero yet. In phase 1 for both the Republic and the Separatists, do not buy a hero. It's just such a large map. Buying a hero is kind of suicide because you can easily die. I, however, suggest for the Separatists you buy an AAT. And just hope that an LAAT is not circling the map for the Republic, because that thing can destroy the AAT in like 5 seconds. That definitely needs to be nerfed, by the way. Stay alive as long as possible in the AAT, kills many clone troopers as you want, and just protect the MTT. And also for phase 1, I would highly suggest, if the MTT isn't available and you completely miss it, get the Vulture Droid, Tri-Fighter, or AAT. All of these work just as fine. You just won't be alive as long and you won't get as many battle points, but you can still get enough battle points to unlock your hero. Get through phase 1. Now, for phase 2, you're going to start focusing more on heroes and your classes if you die as a hero. As a hero, I suggest these villains: Kylo Ren, Boba Fett, Iden Versio, and Bossk. This phase is very close quarters combat, considering you're going to be inside of a juggernaut, probably protecting the bomb. To be honest, blaster villains are a lot better, but the only reason I chose Kylo Ren is because he has the freeze ability and the pool ability, which is going to be very useful if you're in the juggernaut in that close quarters combat area and like 3 clone troopers come in at one time. And there aren't much tips I can really tell you for this part. You just have to go on the left side or right side, plant the bomb, and just hope for the best. I would personally stay inside the juggernaut because I find a lot of clone troopers hiding inside the Venator, with specialists and heavy especially. There's scopes right at the door. I find myself dying at the door so many times. It is very annoying, especially as a hero when your health doesn't regenerate to its full capacity. Now for phase 2, if you die as a villain and it's still going on, the 2 vehicles I suggest are the AAT and the Vulture Droid. And for the classes on this phase, I suggest playing as the Assault class, Heavy class, and Officer class. Now if you made it past phase 2, you go on to phase 3. The classes I highly suggest on this is Assault, Heavy, and Officer again. It is very close quarters combat. If you are okay with playing Officer, then play Officer, because you could be able to support your team by healing them, putting down sentries, and flashing the enemies, which would be very helpful in this last phase. The heroes I suggest are Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, and Darth Vader, because when you're bombing the fuel cells, it's very close quarters, and you're going to need that Darth Vader to throw his lightsaber to choke people, Kylo Ren to do his frenzy, and Maul to throw his lightsaber in order to succeed. The vehicle I suggest for the Separatists, you could do an AAT, just stick to heroes, or if you want, you can just do the AAT if you are really good at it and it's really highly upgraded. And after that, you won. So now let's look at the Republic side and defending. So for phase 1, I highly suggest Specialist and Assault. These 2 are going to do very well, but all around, every class works. So if you're really good with Heavy and Officer, choose those, but Specialist and Assault, those 2 work the best on phase 1. Don't buy any heroes again, like I said before, for phase 1. It's a terrible idea, just save your credits. And for vehicles, LAAT and ARC 170, those are the 2 to go for. The LAAT works especially if you don't have a annoying droid that's going to sit there with a sentry and just start shooting at you. Other than that, if you don't have an annoying player like that, the LAAT is going to last you like 3 minutes and just going to get you a crap ton of credits, along with the ARC 170s. What I'm about to tell you is going to work with both Separatists and Republic. Focus on destroying AI, and fly around the Venator Star Destroyer. You're going to have a lot more space, and a lot of the AI spawn around there as well. So if you're on the Separatist, stay near the Venator Star Destroyers. All the AI are V-Wings. So if you see an ARC 170 or a Y-Wing, that's an actual player. So if you see an actual player, prioritize on them. And killing AI is a lot easier, and it gets you a lot of battle points. So that's a little tip for both sides, for the Separatists and the Republic. Now, considering that the MTT's got the Phase 2 and you're protecting the Juggernauts, the best classes are Assault, Specialist, and Heavy. Don't do Officer on this phase, especially for this one. For Specialist, you can just hide, like I talked about earlier, inside the Venator Star Destroyer, and kind of a newbie thing to do, but it works. And just sit in the back of the Venator and just kill as many droids as you see, or heroes. And for the heroes, I suggest Yoda, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. I've not personally played as Princess Leia other than in arcade, but playing her in arcade, she would work well in this phase. Yoda's the only lightsaber hero I recommend for this phase, just because he's so small and it's easy to run away because of his size. Just a little tips for phase 2, I would stick inside the Juggernauts as long as possible, and if you get overrun, then you just get overrun and you're gonna have to fall back. The two vehicles I suggest are the LAAT again and the ATRT. Now, considering the Separatists destroyed your Juggernauts and you're moving back, this is the hardest one to defend personally, I think. The two classes I suggest are Assault and Heavy. These two are going to be a must considering that it's such a close quarters combat area. And the heroes I recommend is Luke, Yoda, and Rey. Again, lightsaber heroes only, especially for this phase. And the only vehicle I recommend is the ATRT. The Republic can spawn up to 3 ATRTs on the field at once, so especially in this close quarters combat area, the ATRT is very effective. And here's just a couple of tips that work in both ends. For phase 2 and phase 3, if the Juggernaut or the fuel cells are about to be destroyed, spawn as an assault. Doesn't matter what you're better at. If you're better at heavy, it doesn't matter. Spawn as an assault, activate Vanguard, and rush that objective as fast as possible. It's a Vanguard ability. You run super fast, faster than actually heroes. So you can get to that objective in a faster time, and just focus on killing as many droids as possible and deactivating the bomb. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, blast a like, and all that good stuff. I'm going to try to do every single planet, but if I don't get to it, then oh well. There are some planets that I can't really recommend any tip. It's either defending or attacking and staying inside a certain area, like Mos Eisley on Tatooine. There's really nothing I can give you. You just rush the hard point, stay in there as long as possible, and just keep moving on to destroy the U-Wing. So I'll do these strategies and tips and tricks on maps such as Death Star 2, Takodana, Jakku, Kamino, Endor, Yavin. So what map do you guys want to see next? Or do you want me to do a Starfighter assault map? Leave your thoughts down below. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new, why don't you subscribe? For all things Star Wars, this is the First Order, signing out.
You're a target, watch out!